All right. We're just gonna continue from where we stopped. Sorry about that. I think my connection got just got interrupted. So we're gonna continue from where we stopped. All right. So moving on to the 15 minutes time frame, we could spot the other block on the 15 minutes time frame smaller than the one we saw on 30 minutes time frame. So this looks good. This looks better. Okay, so I'm going to put my sell limit order at the other block, and then my confirmation to show that that other block is actually valid is this my fair value gap here that show that price just pushed past the other block very fast. Okay, so and then I'm going to put my take profit down here, and can you see that this is giving me about 1 to 3. This is giving me about 1 to 3, better than the one we saw on 30 minutes that was giving us just risk to reward 1 to 2. This is 1 to 3 and it is better for me. So I think that's my outlook on gold. I'm just going to look at it again and see. I'm going to look at it again and see if I can spot another other block above this. I can't spot any other block above this. I can try the 5 minutes time frame. On the 5 minutes time frame, no, there is no serious other block around that. So we're going to stick with this outlook on the 15 minutes on gold. Don't forget, all what we saw was the overall direction of the market on the daily time frame. On H1, we spotted this change of character, this particular one right here. And then 15 minutes, the 30 minutes time frame, we spotted another break of structure. And the move responsible for that break of structure, which is the other block, we saw it on 30 minutes, and we saw if we find more refined entry on the 15-minute time frame. Like I said, it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as this, and hopefully probably even before noon we'll get our trade triggered, and hopefully in profit direction. Okay, so let's move on to another pair. Let's move on to another pair, guys. By now you should have started dropping the pair that you want me to analyze for you. You should have started dropping them right now. So if you want me to analyze any pair for you, feel free to drop it. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. So let's move on to GBP, JPY, GJ. What is GJ doing today? Oh my god, this is crazy. Can you guys see what I'm seeing? This is crazy. What sort of overall market manipulation is that? Wow, this is so crazy. Can you see all this? What's happening? Okay, BTC. Yeah, we are going to BTC. BTC gave us dished out a very good move for us last week. So I can't wait. I can't even wait to see what it has for us this week again. All right. So let's quickly analyze GJ, and then we're going to go to BTC USD after this. So we start from the no, we start from the daily time frame. And on the daily time frame, I could see that price is reacting to this trend line. Right, so the bias is to the upside. the bias is to the upside, and you can see there was a break of structure to the upside here. So we're going to try to be looking for a buy opportunity. I think probably that is why we are having all those move. Like it's like market getting ready to shoot to the upside. Okay, so that's that uh on the daily time frame. So what do we have? I'm just going to delete this. So what do we have on each one? What do we have on each one? Okay, on each one I can spot. By the way, we don't, as much as we want to buy, at the same time we need to check the past to see why market is reacting the way it is reacting right now. Okay, so I could spot another trend line on each one. Okay, obviously this is a change of character, but this change of character is to the downside, and we are looking for an opportunity to buy. We're looking for an opportunity to buy. So for GJ right now, I wouldn't be doing anything yet until I see a break of structure to this side, and I also see probably a final break of structure to this side. That is when I can boldly say that the market sentiment has shifted back to the upside and we'll be looking for an opportunity to buy. Even on the lower time frames, nothing much is happening on the lower time frame. Okay, nothing much is happening on the lower time frame. You can see that there is no break of structure to the upside, there is no break of structure to the downside. So there's nothing happening on GJ for me right now. Probably I might check back later in the day to see if I've gotten a direction on GJ. So we're going to move straight to BTC USD now. Based on Mr. Obalola Gideon's request, let's move to BTC USD. Okay, this was the move that the sweet move that it dished us last week. So okay, you know how we do it. We're going to start from the daily time frame and observe the market. And as you can see on the daily time frame, don't forget we did this last week. Our trend line has been broken to the upside, and the buyers on BTC is buying. Like I believe that BTC USD Bitcoin is going to buy to this other block right here. So without wasting much of our time, we're going to be looking for a buying sentiment on BTC. Okay, so straight to H1. We want to look for opportunity to buy on H1, and on H1 what can I see? I can spot this break of structure, good one. Okay, I can spot that break of structure. Is there any trend line that is beautiful at the moment? I think this, but let me just remove that not to confuse us. So despite the fact that I can spot a break of structure, the move responsible for this break of structure happened way down here. Like this was where the other block that caused that move. That's the other block that caused that break of structure. Can you see it? That other block over there. Okay. Now, having said that, I think it is now also important to consider the internal structures that I'm having, because it is not really a direct price action. So I'm going to go and check the internal structure. So let's go to 30 minutes first. Higher, higher, low, higher, higher, and another break of structure to the upside here. Okay, so this happens to be the last one. So you know what we're going to be looking for? The other block responsible for that move. I can't spot it very well on 15 minutes. Okay. On 15 minutes, what do we have? This move to the upside was sponsored by the other block at this point. It was proudly sponsored by this other block, right? So if we want to set our buy position, we're going to put our pending order here. Stop loss because of price action, stop loss below this, and take profits above this. This is like 2.5 already. Now, I wouldn't advise you draw this yet, because this move doesn't look like it has ended. We could probably see market push like to the upside more, so that we can have a better risk to reward. But alternatively, we are not confined to just one time frame. Like nobody says that you have to stay on one time frame. Anywhere you spot a very valid order block, you can place your trade from there, right? So having said that, I would still like to check for my other block on lower time frames. Now look at that, look at that beautiful move on the 5 minutes time frame. I could see a perfect order block readjusted, a more refined order block, and a good fair value gap. All right, perfect. So I'm good with BTC USD. So I'm just going to lock my trade now. So this is where I'll be buying from. Stop loss below this low. I want to protect myself. Take profits up here. Aha, this is beautiful. This is already 1 to 4. 1 to 4. This is good. To me, this is good. So we're just going to lock in this one, BTC USD. I want you to lock in the trade right now. I want you to lock in the trade right now. I think the perfect entry of this trade will be posted on the Telegram channel. So please, if you are not following us on the Telegram channel, make sure you run to the Telegram channel right now. Run there right now. So for those that don't really understand how to use trading view analysis to now pick, buy and sell on their MetaTrader, we'll just be dropping the exact entry price, the take profit price, and the stop loss price. We'll be dropping it there. But make sure you calculate your risk yourself. All right. So that is that on BTC USD. So we've been able to analyze gold, BTC USD. There's nothing on GJ. Yeah, I think we are good. I think we are good. I think we are good. Right. I think we are good. Now let me just do a quick recap of all what I just did today. A very quick one. For the BTC trade that we are locking in right now, what I saw was market was a massive downtrend, forming series of lows, especially after this change of character happened. There were a series of lows, like observing a particular trend, right? And all of a sudden the trend line was broken. And as the trend line was broken, market is tending to push to this other block, right? Before it's even going to consider selling. So right now price is still here and the bias on BTC USD is to buy, and I went to the 1 hour time frame. Now on the 1 hour time frame I could spot a break of structure here. Is it a break of structure or a change of character? A break of structure. I could spot my break of structure, and the move responsible for that break of structure is down here. So even if I want to lock in my trade, I'm supposed to lock one trade here as well, but I wouldn't do that yet. I want to see what is going to happen inside this. I can spot another internal structure, right? So to expand the internal structure, I'll go to the 30 minutes time frame. And nothing on the 30 minutes time frame, 15 minutes time frame. Look at that. And the internal structure gave me another break of structure to the upside. Then the move responsible happened here. But when we drew our other block here, we were getting a very high risk to reward in terms of pips. So I went to 5 minutes time frame, right? I spotted the perfect balance candle and the imbalance and then the fair value gap in between. So I readjusted my other block, put my buy limit order, stop loss below all these candles, especially this one. You never can tell, price action might want to just come and tap into it and play around before gathering enough liquidity to go up. And then my reward is 4. So if I'm risking 1%, that means I'm targeting 4% of my capital. But I mean, at this point, I no longer risk 1%. But if you are coming up, if you are just learning, trying to become better, make sure that you don't risk more than 1% of your capital, so that you won't have your emotions tested. You are not strong yet, so don't risk more than 1%. But if you feel that you can afford it, you can risk more. You can risk 2, you can risk 3, you can risk 5. The same BTC USD we placed last week, some of my students risk above 10% of their capital, and that move gave us around 1 to 5. So calculate that. That would have been like 50% or 60% of their capital on one trade. So forex is a game of risk. The higher the risk, the higher the reward. So if you know that you cannot undo a high risk, just stick with moderate or low risk. Like, it's the market, it's not running away. Someday your capital is going to grow to the point where you can take a higher risk. All right. Before we go, is there any other analysis you want me to do? I think we have 10 minutes to go. All right. In the absence of question, we'll call it a day. I'll be going off right now, but then I'll still keep updating you on the Telegram community. We'll post the exact entries of all these trade exits, and if there's any other market outlook within the week, we're going to drop it in the Telegram community. Please don't forget to like this page, share it with your friends. Let this community grow, because we come here every Tuesday to dish out good market move, and you don't just want to keep that to yourself. You want people to learn. A lot of people are out there, a lot of your friends are out there, and they are finding it difficult in the forex world. Share this link with them, the link to this channel. Let them subscribe. Let them always connect to our live. And trust me, even applying this simple strategy I always teach you every week, if you apply it to the chart, you definitely get that edge and you'll be profitable. Okay. All right, thank you so much guys for coming around, and I will see you again next week Tuesday. Bye guys.